All right, big news. OpenAI just announced their image creation has been massively upgraded. This is great because there's a series of images I have been wanting to create, but just haven't been able to figure out how yet. I think this might be the magic. Okay, so one of the biggest problems so far with image generation has been text. It can try to generate text, but it usually comes out kind of as garbled image of characters. Sometimes you might get a word or two even in there correctly, but it's just really, it's not been good. And this is true on all of the AI models. ChatGPT in particular, their image generation has been not bad, but not one of the strongest, apparently. I am pretty new to image generation. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm sort of extra excited about this announcement because I think it is doing a lot of the work for me. One of the things I've learned with this announcement, I've watched a bunch of people do a bunch of different creation, and that sort of helped me unlock the different key phrases and words you might need when you're prompting for an image. It does take quite a bit longer than it used to, so you might see me either speeding up or cutting out some of the generation time from this video. So if you're going to play with it, your time will be quite a bit longer. This is also free to all users. I do have a subscription to ChatGPT, but it shouldn't matter. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I love these sort of travel poster. The artwork is just striking and bold, and I really like that. Okay, so first I'm going to ask ChatGPT to generate a photo of a peak in the Rocky Mountains, and let's make that in the fall. All right, this is going to take quite a while. All right, here it comes. And you will see it starting to resolve from the top down. Beautiful. All right, let's make that big enough that you can see. All right, that's perfect. That's gorgeous. That's exactly what I had in mind. But, so here's the trick. So I want this to be in the style of a vintage travel poster, which is that artwork style that I mentioned previously. And it's worth noting, this photo, I did ask for a photo style. This is all generated. This didn't go search the web and just go grab a snapshot that somebody took. This is generated. The trees, the leaves, very realistic looking. Very, very nice work. All right, so yes, this is exactly what I was looking for, that kind of bold, stark lines, kind of an artistic finish over the top. Perfect. It even added its own tagline at the bottom. Rocky Mountains, seeing the USA. That's great. But so maybe I want it to say something else. All right, so I just wanted to change the text because this is really one of the biggest changes. No other model does text well. So if it nails this, then we know we're golden. Okay, let's see what it did. See Rocky Mountains, see happiness. That's exactly what I asked for. That's perfect. So I want to create kind of a series of these. I actually have a reference photo to use. So I am going to upload a photo that I took on a recent trip. And I'm going to ask the same thing. I am going to say, convert this to a vintage travel poster. So I'm looking for this same idea, the same feel. I'm not sure if you can see the original photo here. I'll make my screen larger. So I really liked that. Oh, there you go. There's a better view. Slowly but surely. So you can see I did goof a little bit. It is keeping context of the chat that we're in, which is actually really nice when you're doing image generation. It's nice to be able to show an image and have some continuity between the images. That's actually one of the biggest features of this upgrade as well. So I should have started a new chat because, see, it's trying to maybe combine the two. See the Rocky Mountains, see happiness, which is okay, but this just doesn't happen to be the Rocky Mountains. So that's not bad, but I think I'm gonna start over. Upload the photo again, and I want to convert it into a vintage travel poster. I want to see what it's going to do fresh without the context of the previous chat. It's definitely lost a little bit of the robotness. I would say the playfulness. This looks to me more like a lizard man, but that's okay. I could alter it a little bit. Pershing Square, Los Angeles, California. I mean, that's great. It put a title on it. This is not Los Angeles. It happens to be from Portland, but that's okay. It either image matched or it's just doing its best guess of where it came from. I'm not sure. You know, it's not perfect. It's still a language model system. But I would say taking this picture and converting it into this style that's still pretty cool. All right, so there's one more thing I want to try. I have not tested this before. I took the opening line from Winnie the Pooh and I had to alter it slightly because it told me that was copywritten material. I did pick that because it's in the public domain, so I thought I wouldn't run into copyright issues, but that's okay. I don't mind ChatGPT having some guardrails. So I took that opening paragraph and I made some changes to see if I could modify it enough to see what it might generate. We'll let that get started. Can you create an image based on this opening line? In the sun-drenched heart of the woods, wildflowers bloomed in every color of the rainbow and the trees whispered secrets to each other in the breeze. It was a place where time stopped, where the worries of the world seemed to fade away with the morning mist, and where friendship and imagination thrived. So I just thought that was kind of a lovely image. And I was curious to see what, if anything, it would do with it. Okay, that is gorgeous. You can see it has the wildflowers of all the colors. You can see some kids maybe whispering their secrets to each other. That's really beautiful. And then we're going to do the same thing. Can you convert this to a vintage travel poster? Now, I kind of hope it doesn't vintage it too much because one of the things I really like in here are the colors. It's the vibrancy of the flowers. All right, that is just kind of perfect. Visit the woods and leave your worries behind. That's exactly what I wanted because my thought was if you have young children, it would be so fun to create a series of these, maybe based on their favorite books, or even if they have stuffed animals or toys or, imaginary stories that you tell each other. You could create a series of travel posters based on those stories. And I just thought that would be super fun. So I may have to work on that for myself. I don't have little kids anymore, but I just love that idea. That is perfect. Okay, so just a couple other real quick things. I did play with this earlier because these images do take quite a while to generate. So I wanted to test the basic image generation and continuity that they had. So I started out, can you create a low poly polar bear baker, not knowing at all what to expect? And this is what it came up with. I just love that. I think he's quite charming. So based on some of the other videos I have seen, I just thought I'd ask for different versions of this. Now, can you make it look like it's made out of clay? And it made this, and I thought it was pretty funny. It even did the background in clay. But yeah, I thought, okay, even that is super cute. And like I said, the continuity, it kept the same character, just changed the look of it, which is kind of astounding. I have not seen that before. Awesome. Now, can you make it look like a bronze statue? Because who doesn't want a bronze statue of a polar bear baker? Okay, now make it a colorful painted miniature figure, please. Yes, this is exactly what I want. In my head, without knowing it, that's who I want. All right, can you make this into a sticker? I would definitely print that out and put that on my laptop. Nice. That is great. At one point, it somehow lost the prompt. I asked it to create a transparent background so that I could, use this and put this somewhere. And at the time, it seemed to have a little trouble. I couldn't see it, but it looks like it did generate just fine. That's fantastic. All right, now I wanted to kind of keep this guy. So this polar bear baker is named Gus. Can you make an image of Gus in a mountain village? ChatGPT has, a little bit of memory of what you're doing. So it put Gus in a mountain village. Now, to me, this is basically a travel poster. I don't think I really need to change this, but I could have converted this in that same way, but it's just a very happy poster to me. So really, between the image generation, where you can generate really lifelike images or fun or playful images, and the continuity that you can do between them, you can change the character and just give it different looks and different features and different styles. That's all new, and that would be fantastic. But if that wasn't enough, they added this text stuff, and that's like a game changer. Nobody else can do that. So that makes this it unlocks so much more potential and is so much fun to play with. I can't recommend enough. Like I said, it's all free. Go out to ChatGPT and just play around and see what you can do. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.